Hey guys, Banana Luck here. Welcome back to another Watch Your Realms video. We have the update, one of the biggest ones we had in recent months, and we're gonna run through a few videos today. First one, we're gonna talk about the Unpolished Soulstones, which we actually get from Odyssey rewards, as well as the Gear Dungeon rewards that have been added to the game. Just waiting a bit here for everything to load out, and yeah, we're going to talk about who to use this on, and most importantly, for the rankings, I'll say that you should use it in priority in terms of the heroes that you have. So yeah, the Unpolished Soulstones, we're going to get two more from this patch. So the first one's here. I already have one that I owned from the Guild Boss drops. And we also gained that chest for selling ancient gear, which I actually didn't sell any. I'm not sure why we got that. And it looks like I don't actually have it. Did they automatically consume it? Okay, it's here. Yeah, so I'm not sure why it's here. Maybe I automatically sold ancient gear some time ago, but yeah. It's basically going to give you a bunch of ascension material. Other than that, yeah, 5 to 10 spirits with a chance to obtain Eternal Bullion or the shard for the gear recasting hammer. And yeah, we get a bunch of spirits. That's nice. But we're here to talk about the Unpolished Soulstones. There's also another set here. Some from some extra rewards as well for clearing Tide, clearing Odyssey as well. Sorry, Immortal Codex as well. I think, yeah, if you get 3 or rather 6 of the SSS, you actually get 6 ancients. So further building up what we have. A nice border for the completing Void Rift Epilogue as well, and then the extra Soul Stone. So we have 3 now, and yeah, 3 is a good number in terms of like progression as to what we can do. So let's get into it. So Unpolished Soulstones, in case you guys don't know, you can only use it on non-lot units, which means that for the normal Soulstones from now on, you should only be placing them on lot units because there's a specific stone now for the non-lot units. And there's a few candidates that comes to mind, but I think the first set that come to mind for Unpolished Soulstones is gonna be Ajax and Imret. Both of these units are lot rarity. Ajax can be put from normal and ancient summons, whereas Imret only from the normal summons. So yeah, Ajax gets a huge boost at A3. So this trigger chance for the Lightning Breath, which does crazy amount of damage as well as inflicting slow. The slow is a 25% slow, which is great for GVG. He is gonna be an ideal candidate if, let's say, you're like 1 or 2 maybe Unpolished Soulstones away. I think it's not too bad of an idea to put it on him because of how rare he is and the fact that he's a lot rarity unit. If yours is A0 and you only have 1 Unpolished Soulstone, I'll say no need to awaken him. I feel that his big awakening is A3, and A5 is nice as well, but I think A3 is really where the huge power spike comes in. You can really see the difference when you're fighting Ajaxes in anti-air arena or AoE arena, where you see that the A3 Ajaxes typically hurt a lot more with the lightning strikes. And yeah, that's the rule of thumb when it comes to Soulstones, lot or non-lot ones. If you don't have any big awakenings to reach, don't awaken your units with the Unpolished Soulstones. And it's the same across the board, lots or non-lot. No point wasting your Soulstone unless you're going to get actually something that's tangible out of it. And then we also have Imret. I would say that Imret's big awakening is actually A1. When triggering his ultimate, you inflict freeze to 10 enemies in range for I don't know how many for 2 seconds. And this is huge when it comes to GVG because this changes the way that people try to bait your team. If you have A1 Imret, it means that, you actually have to bait Imret Ultimate before you send in Garnet Guts, for example. Same thing with the Toxin Spiders and all that. And the other big awakening for him is obviously A3, Duration of Winter's Bite, which is the freeze debuff, increases by 2 seconds. And when the ultimate is not activated, there's 30% chance for his basic attack to trigger Winter Bite. This is huge when it comes to the control, because we don't have many units that do freeze at the moment, especially not one where the unit is able to do it out of his ultimate as well. And then this one, A5 is huge as well. After casting the ultimate 2 times, increase the range of subsequent ultimates. So I don't have the exact numbers on what the range looks like, but I'll imagine that it will be even more disgusting than what we have seen Emerald do in GVG at the moment. So same concept, these 2 units, unless you're getting them to... Okay, for Emerald, A1 is good. It's great. Can drop your Soulstone on him, Unpolished Soulstone, that's fine. But A3 is also great. So if you have him at A1 already, do not drop it. Do not drop 1 Soulstone to get him to A2. I think you need 2 to get him to A3. Like, that's where it matters. And then for Ajax, I think it's really an A3 or nothing game. I don't think you should be putting him into A1 or A2 with your Soulstones. So that's the Unnamable units. I think the next set of units are going to be your limited heroes. We have quite a few in the game already, but I think the most recent one that we want to talk about is probably Kigiri. So Kigiri has very nice awakenings as well. I saw that A3, there's this extra note: when either of these strikes triggers solo counter, the corresponding effect of the strike becomes permanent. I'm still not too sure what this means, but from what I've been hearing people saying, it's basically a buff. So I'm guessing it's going to do more damage. And it's going to be the same concept for these limited heroes. If you're not getting them to their huge power spikes, don't drop the Soulstones on them. So I have 3 Soulstones, for example. I think that if I really love Kigiri, I want to use him everywhere. I think A3 is a very nice power spike for him. A5 as well. But I wouldn't put him to like A1 or A2 or even A4 for that matter, because same concept as well. We talk with the Unnamable units. Only bring them to the awakenings where you really see a power spike. Same thing with the other limited unit, which is last. It's gonna be A5 of nothing. I don't think you should bring her to A3 with the Soulstones. I really think it's A5 or nothing. And I do actually have last at A2, which means that we can actually drop 3 Soulstones, Unpolished Soulstones into her and get her to A5, but I don't think that's necessary. I'll rather wait for my Ajax or Imret to get those sick awakenings, because last is going to get a rerun anyways every year. Other than that, I don't think there are any other notable limited units. The Gwendolyn is fine. I don't think she's essential for any of the crazy stuff that we have in the game. Other than that, I think Dahlia as well. No crazy awakenings as far as I know. Yeah, nothing crazy. But Honora, on the other hand, I've heard great things about her. And where she... Apparently, she's very good at A3 now, especially since the buff. And A4 as well. This 20% magic resistance ignore, and then 8% penetration. So yeah, I think Kigiri, last, Honora, all these units except for last will need to go to A5. The rest, A3 is where the money is at. But it's really iffy in my opinion. I think these units are mainly used for either Samurai or GVG. Don't really have any places where you use them universally speaking. So if it boils down to that, I would still pretty much prefer to, drop it on Emret or Ajax instead. And then we have the last set of units, which is going to be the Chaotic and Arbiter units, which are, pretty much very rare as well. And I think the even rarer ones is probably in it. Max you can get him is A1 now until they actually drop him into the Ancient Summoning Pool. but we don't have any news of that, and he's still bugged at the moment. So yeah. And of course, we need to exclude Constance and Valkyra here because they can be summoned normally. But I'll say that out of all these units, Jira is probably one of the top candidates because of the BP that she offers. And the other candidate would probably be Lady Alexandra. Can get her to A1. It's gonna take quite a while, but from what I've seen in terms of the damage output that she can put out, she does decent in GVG, but she really need A3 to really start shining, and I think there's really no other way to get her there quickly except with the Unpolished Soulstones that we have in the game. And then we also have the chaotic units. Uridin is another one of those great BP units. Other than that, I think Adea, given how rare she is, going to be a decent candidate as well. But from what I've seen, A3 and A5 pretty much just increases her ultimate uptime, which is great. But I don't think it's going to make her crazy or anything, which for those reasons, I think there's really no one in the chaotic ancient pool that I really want to use the soulstones on. Maybe Uridin if I want crazy BP, but I don't see a need for that at the moment. I'll say that Lady Alexandra probably has a higher standing amongst all these chaotic and supreme arbiter units. So yeah, that's the list. I would say that any other units that are normally summoned, you should not use your Unpolished Soulstones on them, especially those who already have a Soulstone in the Dwarven shop. For sure, you should not be using your Unpolished Soulstones on them because those can be used on Ajax and Imrat, which, you know, are very rare units that you only get very rarely at a lot rarity. So to sum it up, the order priority, Unnamable Units always, they come first in terms of the Soulstone priority. A3 for Ajax, A1 or A3 for Imrat, and then after that you have the limited units like Lady Alexandra, and then you also have Kigiri, last A5, Kigiri A3 or A5, and then you also have Honora A3 or A4. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Same thing, like I said earlier, now that we have this separate soulstones, the normal lot soulstones should only be reserved for lots from now on, and even better still, reserve them for the ancient exclusive lots like Praetus, Valderon, Eova, Ingrid as well. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Let me know down in the comments section below if you have any more questions on who you should be using your soulstones on. And yeah, my plan is to probably wait for one of these Unnamable units before I make a decision. I'm gonna hold on to the soulstones for a bit longer for now. So yeah, if you enjoyed the content, leave a like or subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.